Hi, my name is Chibundu Onuzo, and I'm the author of Welcome to Lagos, and I'm introducing you to Dr. Unjakiri Damages Show.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We are coming to you from the greatest city in the world,
New York City!
Yes. New York City is so great that in other cities of the world, mechanics look like madmen. But in New York City, we have doctors who actually look like madmen. And we don't care. Like this one. Well, that was Mr. Donald Trump's personal doctor before he became the president of the United States of America.
Yes, really?
Look at the man, yeah?
Wow.
That was the doctor that issued that famous statement in 2015, telling the world about the health of the then presidential candidate, Donald Trump.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that wonderful?
It's
The healthiest person that ever elected to the presidency.
Talked about Trump's physical strength and stamina are extraordinary. That was just one line. Here's another one. If elected, Mr. Trump, I can state unequivocally, will be the healthiest individual ever elected to the presidency.
Now, fast forward to 2018.
Is that a trophy?
I know. 2018, Dr. Harold Bernstein is no longer in the good books of Donald Trump.
Oh, why now?
Now, immediately Donald Trump was sworn in as the president of the United States. He sent a team of lawyers and bodyguards to the doctor's office in New York City to pick up all of Donald Trump's medical records. Watch.
All his medical records, his pictures, anything they could find. We must have been here for 25 or 30 minutes. It created a lot of chaos.
On this one, I don't blame Donald Trump. The doctor was beginning to open his mouth wide. It all went down after the doctor told New York Times about a medication that Donald Trump was using to keep that thing on his head alive. Yeah. He needs medication to keep it alive. Now, as a result, the doctor said he felt raped and betrayed.
That's how I feel. Raped, frightened, and sad.
Oh,
Poor doctor. Poor doctor. Yeah. Folks, whatever you do, don't make your doctor feel sad and betrayed. Don't ever do that.
Otherwise,
the doctor dropped a bombshell this week when he revealed that he did not write that letter.
wow.
He said that Donald Trump dictated the letter to him over the phone. Watch.
He being Trump, he dictated that whole letter. I didn't write that letter, meaning that Trump dictated what he wanted to go into it, and essentially Bornstein wrote it up. He did.
Wow! Donald Trump! Hey!
This is wonderful. This is unbelievable. Unthinkable. Now, one day, America will wake up and realize that it has been conned by a con man.
A con artist.
A con artist.
Hey!
Mr. Trump is a con man, a fake.
Mr. Romney, go sit down, Joe. Now, nonsense. This is a special edition of Dr. Damage's show. This edition is all about how the healthiest individual ever elected president met the unhealthiest individual that Bola Tinubu ever nominated for president. And how they gave each other assurance and millions of dollars worth of toys. You got what I did there.
I know.
You got what I did. I thought I was going here. Now, most people do not know why President Buhari of Nigeria visited America.
No.
It wasn't to beg President Trump to give us 2 of those fighter jets while the company produces the other 10 that we're asking for. No, that wasn't why. No. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Juliana. Mr. President Trump, I would like to know, Nigeria is in dire need of the Tucano aircraft to tackle the problem back home. Will you be kind enough to release at least 2 before 2020 to enable the country tackle the situation in the country? And how soon will you be visiting Nigeria?
Wait. Where do they get this kind of reporters?
I know.
Where do they come from? Anyway, Buhari did not come to challenge Trump for calling Nigeria a shithole country, full of people who live in huts, and once they come to America, they will never go.
Yeah,
that's not. Or is that what he did? No. Listen to Buhari's response when asked if he discussed the matter of shithole country with Donald Trump.
Well, I'm very careful with what the press says about others and myself. I'm not sure about the validity or whether that allegation against the president was true or not. So the best thing for me is to keep quiet.
That must be capital no.
No.
In uppercase. That's his reaction. Now, here is why Buhari came to America.
Why?
Look at it. If you had it from the horse's mouth, there is nothing to fear about the president's health. Nothing
to fear.
I mean, coming from Lai Mohammed, you have to believe. Buhari came to America to prove to Trump that he is fit to govern Nigeria, and while at it, that he will protect America's interest. You cannot just sit down in your shithole country and say it, and America will believe you. No. You need to come to America and prove it.
Wow.
Damn, I feel sorry for Abubakar Atiku. I feel sorry for him because he can't come here to prove that he can. It's the same thing in Britain. For them to believe that you can rule your shithole country and protect their interests, you need to show up at their Chatham house. And you need to speak when you get there. Has Shore been invited there?
He's going soon.
So Buhari went to Washington, D.C. And now, showman Trump put up a show for Americans.
Hey, showman.
Watch. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, yes, Doctor.
I wonder what Trump told Buhari here before he walked in. But you see the way he was pointing at the finger. Whatever he told him, Buhari did not get it.
I know.
Anyway, once inside, Trump got out the two most important things to him. His consistency. They cared about two things about Nigeria: the killing of Christians and independence of Biafra.
Yes.
Take a look.
We've had very serious problems with Christians who have been murdered, killed in Nigeria. We're going to be working on that problem and working on that problem very, very hard because we can't allow that to happen.
Oh my God.
They're killing me.
Hey.
Now. Trump said we cannot let that happen.
Yes.
But it's already happening, is it not? They're killing Christians already.
Yes, already.
I guess Trump forgot the Biafran part. I tell you, he meant to talk about it. He was on the talking point about Biafra's independence. But Trump, we know how Trump is, he forgot.
I know.
Now, when it was time for Buhari to talk, he produced the same overseas talking points of his. You remember the overseas? Watch.
They knew that the Nigerian herders never carried anything more than a stick and occasionally a machete to cut down foliage and give it to their animals. These ones are carrying AK-47. So I don't think people should underrate what happened in Libya.
Oh my God. He went there again. Does he expect the headsmen never to upgrade?
No.
Who has not upgraded in the last 30 years?
I don't know.
I've seen Buhari's shoes. They are not the one that he used to, the kind of shoes he used to wear in the 80s and the 70s. No, it wasn't. So why wouldn't the headsmen upgrade from arrows to AK-47?
Yes, no.
Anyway, more from Buhari's defense of why headsmen attack. I bet you he will drop Gaddafi's name, Let's watch.
So I don't think people should underrate what happened in Libya. 43 years of Gaddafi, people were recruited from the Sahel. They were taught nothing other than to shoot and kill. With the demise of Gaddafi...
Yada. Did you see that at one point, Trump just looked away? If Trump were bold enough, not act acting presidential because he was told to act presidential.
Yes.
He would have said story. If the killer herdsmen were from Libya, why was Buhari telling Nigerian people to accommodate them?
Yes.
Right.
Why not?
Anyway, Trump vowed not to even try to pronounce any strange name from that shithole country. Did you notice that he did not even mention Muhammadu in Buhari's name? He was just told to stick with Buhari. Now, the man did not want to bite his tongue, trying to pronounce Muhammadu. Watch.
They kidnapped the young girls and young women, many of whom never are seen again.
I'm like, hey, Trump did not even try to pronounce Chibok or Dapchi.
Yes.
Not after he called Zambia Nambi. He didn't want to mess up again. He just said those girls, from those schools. He didn't want to try, nothing. The other thing that Trump was required to say was to call Nigeria a fantastical corrupt nation.
Hey!
Okay, not in those exact words. Listen to Trump. So,
In terms of corruption, Nigeria has a reputation, as you understand very well, for very massive corruption.
I know. I mean, it's required for any president anywhere in the world to link Nigeria to corruption.
I know.
That is it for Trump. The rest is for him to talk about business.
Yes, business.
How to market America to Nigeria. This is something that Buhari doesn't know how to do.
Doesn't do it.
Of course. President Trump deployed the best of his usual bullshit all through the press conference. Oh yeah. Here is Trump talking about why he did not discuss the shithole country matter with Buhari. Take a listen.
But we didn't discuss it because the president knows me and he knows where I'm coming from, and I appreciate that. We did not discuss it. Mr. President, you can ask a question.
Can you believe that? Trump said that Buhari knows him. Yeah? Buhari knows Trump. Not even Melania, Trump's wife, knows Trump.
I know.
How can Buhari know Trump? Asked if he was interested in visiting Nigeria. Here is Trump bullshitting again. Take a listen.
Well, I would like to visit Nigeria. I'd like very much to visit Nigeria. It's an amazing country, and in certain ways, I hear from the standpoint of the beauty of a country, there's no country more beautiful.
Can you believe that? That from the standpoint of beauty, there is no country more beautiful than Nigeria.
Yes, so there is none.
Nigerians are like, what? What are they talking about us? And then how about helicopters? Are you ready for the ultimate bullshit?
Oh, yes.
Watch.
Helicopters.
Oh, helicopters. Oh, we love helicopters. He likes them more than I do. He likes buying helicopters, but he is, and they're buying a lot of helicopters. Helicopters.
We want to know how soon
Very
we'll
soon.
be releasing them to the country.
Yes, very soon. We're getting it approved.
Trump said, we love helicopters.
We love it.
And he loves buying helicopters. Now, that is bullshit of the highest order. You get them quickly. 2020 is quickly.
Yes.
2020, when Boko Haram and herdsmen must have taken over all of the middle belt of Nigeria. That's when Trump said it's quickly. You see, all in all, Buhari's performance in Washington, D.C. was above expectation. Yes, I said it. The expectations might have been low, but he exceeded them. Thank you to the foreign minister and all those who helped to prepare the president for the visit in Washington, D.C. We dodged a bullet. Big one.
Big one.
Oh, yeah. President Buhari outperformed President Olusegun Obasanjo. Oh, yeah. He outperformed President Umar Yar'Adua and President Jonathan at the White House. Yes, I said it. If you don't like it, come and take my bicycle.
Yes.
Come and take my bicycle.
Come and take our hat.
Yep. Now, most people say, what does it matter? Now, what matters is our president's performance in Aso Rock, not in the White House.
You're correct.
Yeah. I tell you, people with such small views do not get it. President Goodluck Jonathan, come, please. Come and tell them what it means.
Nigeria play big at the African level. It's second largest economy.
Wow! You see, Nigeria play big. Mind you, that is different from saying Nigeria plays big. Nigeria play big. So it matters what happens when Nigeria's president visits the White House.
Correct.
It matters.
It matters.
That is not correct. Now, here is Nigeria's President Olusegun Obasanjo with U.S. President George W. Bush at the White House. Take a look.
The enemy won't rest during Ramadan, and neither will we. We're going to pursue this war until we achieve our objective. As to the...
You see, now, if you watch the whole video, you will see that the U.S. media essentially ignored Obasanjo.
Yes.
They didn't bother. They didn't care to ask him questions, no? When Bush had an opportunity to refer to Obasanjo and to Nigeria, here is what Bush said. Take a look.
This is a struggle for the people of this good man's country to be able to live in peace.
This good man's country. Yeah, it was too much trouble for Bush to say Obasanjo or Nigeria. He just could say this good man's country. Nigeria don't suffer. Nigeria don't suffer. Here is President Umaru Yar'Adua at the White House. Take a look.
So we've had a good visit. I'm proud you're here, and I welcome you, and thank you for your time and for your heart.
These are moments that I'll never forget in my life.
Wow!
I know. See, for those of you who are still saying, what is the big deal going to the White House? These are moments that I won't forget in my life. Unfortunately, his life didn't last long after that. Now, Dr. Damages has never been to the White House. And whenever I go, it will be one of those moments that I won't forget in my life.
Yes!
The other one will be the day I will meet Kosi Ojak. I'm just saying. I didn't want to go to this. But the moment I read that PDP rated Buhari's performance low, I had no option but to bring it back. Say, bring it back.
Hey, bring it back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
I showed them the video.
Fix Africa. And for you to fix Africa, you have to fix Nigeria. And if you don't fix Nigeria, then you're massive. Actually, you must fix Nigeria because that's the highest concentration.
That is not correct. If you want to fix the world, you have to fix Africa.
Yes.
And if you want to fix Africa, you have to fix Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah, that's the logic of President Goodluck Jonathan.
Correct.
I know what you are saying. Most times it seems that we have not gone far. In fact, sometimes it seems that the man that we handed over the baton did what this kid did. Watch. You see, we handed him over the baton, but he turned around and he's now moving back, and we're losing time.
Yes.
That's what I think. But sometimes also, like what we saw at the White House, it reminds us how far we have come. I would have suggested that Buhari should have this kind of press conference every time a foreign leader comes to Nigeria. And even have one once every 4 months.
Yes.
Alone.
Every 3 months.
Yeah, but who am I kidding? It will take a lot of work to prepare him for these conferences. You know what I mean? He doesn't even have his media chat anymore. I think he had only one in his presidency. But having constant high-profile press conferences will help our reporters too. You know what I mean? It will help them to be comfortable. Listen to this Nigerian reporter and tell me why he thinks it was a nice question to ask President Trump at this point in time. Watch.
My question to President Trump.
Thank you.
The fight against corruption is one of the major achievements that the Nigerian government has presented to the world.
Did you hear the man? Did you hear the man?
I know.
I said, stop him.
Stop right there.
The fight against corruption is a major achievement that Nigeria has presented to the world. Wait. Who wrote that crap for the reporter? Who wrote it? Do you know?
I don't know.
I smell lie, Mohammed. I smell lie. Okay. Let the reporter continue so that you understand what I'm saying. Watch.
And the records show that United States of America is one of the major destination countries of illicit funds and assets from Nigeria. To what extent did you discuss the need to repatriate these funds back to Nigeria to fund critical infrastructure, to cut down funding for terrorism, and also to reduce the illegal immigration from Nigeria to your country?
Yes.
Hey, what? I mean, if you break down that question to bits, you will see that it is worth his free ticket to America. Did you hear him say, reduce illegal immigration of Nigerians to America? Do Nigerians immigrate to America illegally?
They come in legally.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, after the press conference, Trump went and opened the map of America and started looking for where to build walls so that he would prevent Nigerians from coming into America. Because after the man said that Nigerians illegal, Trump said, I must be missing some wall somewhere, they bought nonsense. Now, one group of Nigerians were in Washington, D.C., but CNN ignored them.
What?
They were not even mentioned by their favorite president in the world, Donald Trump. Now, the good news is that my crack reporters went to see them at their remote part. They put them at the remote part near the White House, somewhere far away from the gate. Watch.
And the key of the kingdom of Israel, we have the key, because Yeshua HaMashiach, the king of the Jews, handed over the key to us 2,000 years ago. And the key is with us. No tribe on the planet had that same key except we and our half brothers in Israel right now. All hail Biafra.
Yep. Those are my people. You know what I mean? The key to the kingdom of heaven was handed over to the Biafrans some 2,000 years ago.
2,000?
Did you know that? I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I don't know.
That's new information.
That's very new.
Let's watch.
The king of Israel will come today before you.
Our brothers built the White House.
Hey.
In fact, the Biafran flag was left on top of the White House for the first 100 years until the first white man learned how to climb walls.
Wow.
I'm not making it up. The man said it now. Am I the one that said it? Listen to him. I bet you. President Trump did not know all these things about Biafrans. He doesn't even know that they adopted him as one of their own.
I know.
Look at the picture. Look at them.
Wow.
This I don't understand. He said this Trump self, a disappointment. I'm like, to fear what? To fear what? Where does all these developments leave Nigeria's former vice president, Abubakar Atiku? Do you know?
I don't know.
I mean, other than his vow to probe Buhari's government when he takes over. What did I say? He actually used if he takes over. Atiku also said this week that he does not have to visit America to be the president of Nigeria.
Hey!
Look at the headline. That is so true. North Korean leader, him, has never visited America.
Yes.
Or even Chatham House.
Yes.
But he's the supreme leader of his country.
Yes. We know that.
Now, even though Atiku made a speech at the Chatham House that nobody had, his efforts to transform his image is going well.
Yes.
Here is Atiku dancing in suit and tie like a young boy. He got the move, By next week, I bet you, next week, he will buy a Porsche for his girlfriend to mark her birthday. You know what I mean? You see what I did? Atiku will do the same thing. Anything to be in the news. You know what I mean? To change his image. One more thing, Atiku made a promise that stands out last week. He said, unlike Buhari, I will appoint my cabinet in day one if elected president. Now, he got one thing right in that statement. That is the if. Sure, has he listed his cabinet?
No.
Is he ready for that?
He's ready.
Atiku is ready. If you're not ready, you shouldn't be running for president.
He's ready.
He shouldn't be running. Anyway, since Buhari returned to Nigeria, he has reverted to his former self. When told that Boko Haram has taken over some towns in the northeastern part of Nigeria, here is what Buhari said. Look at the headline. I read it in newspapers that Boko Haram still controls some territories.
President
Look at it.
Buhari.
Isn't it nice to finally have a president who reads newspapers?
I know.
I mean, the last one doesn't read. Except if that is where he gets his security reports. Yeah, except if that is where he gets his security report. Then, in which case, we are in deeper trouble than I thought. I read it in newspapers. I mean, it's good to know. If you want to talk to Buhari, write in newspapers. Don't write online on the internet. That's nonsense. Don't do video on YouTube. He doesn't have time for that. Write in newspapers. He likes to touch the hard copy. You know what I mean?
I know.
This is segment we call Secrets of
Picture!
It's based on the premise that the picture is worth more than 1,000.
Word!
Now your picture you're looking at is that of the co-founder of the oil company Sahara Energy, Tope Shonubi. He's on his knees greeting President Muhammadu Buhari at Blair House in the US. Now look at Buhari's hand where he's pointing and look at the conversation going on.
Wow.
Buhari was saying, are you not the one that was demanding oil subsidy from us? And the man said, Baba, we are in America now. Forget this thing. We're in America now. When we get home, we talk about that. You see, this is what I'm talking about. These are the same people that when you hear oil subsidy, you think that these people don't know the president. They're people who hang out with the president.
I know.
Whether it's 1 trillion, they are the same family, the same people, the same group. Nonsense. And they deceive you.
Nonsense.
Here are some stories making headline news across Nigerian newspapers this week. Referee attacked by Ethiopian footballers for goal decision.
What?
You know, we have not figured out where Orubebe is. Now we know. He moved to Ethiopia. Nobody else we attack. Nobody else we attack a referee.
Yeah.
You know what I did there? After the election, he moved. The next one is for you. This next one is for you. Zimbabwe's government will charge as much as $50,000 for license to grow Igbo
cannabis.
Weed, Igbo cannabis. Yeah, marijuana. 50,000. You know how I found out? Majek Fashek started a GoFundMe to raise $50,000. I said there must be something going on. That was it. He was looking for money to get a license to grow Igbo. Magic. Nah, nonsense. Oh, this is good. This is good. Nigeria bans cough syrup with codeine after addiction outcry.
Finally.
You know the BBC did this addiction thing. Yeah, they banned it. I didn't know they could do that. Just ban the whole thing. You know. And yet, Fulani headsmen, they've been killing people, and nobody had the audacity to ban cow meat.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that will solve the problem. You know, no more eating of cow meat.
Yes.
Finish. I don't know. We have simple solutions to these problems. Nobody wants to do that. If they could ban syrup every day, nobody. Even if you just made it and you're about to ship it, it's banned. Just go and destroy it.
Correct.
Can you imagine that? Even if the doctor has prescribed codeine, syrup with codeine, you can't take it anymore.
No, you can't.
It's banned.
It's banned. You have to say,
Who did this to us? How do people think in that country? How do people think that?
We did that to ourselves.
It's time for your
email.
It's time for your email. It's time for your
email.
Wow, you're back.
Yes,
Remind me again. What's your name again? She's been consistent for 3 weeks. You know, tomato juice, that's like what tomato juice does in a month or 2 months. No, in 2 years.
Doctor.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's nice to see you again.
Thank you.
So, so how is it? Do you feel that you are getting the vibe?
Yeah, I like it.
How many guys wrote it? Okay, we'll talk about it. No. We'll talk about that after.
Is that on script?
No. I don't have it. We don't have scripts here. I don't know. If you have a script, I don't have it. But anyway, after that, we'll talk about it.
Are you ready?
Do you have emails today?
Every day, doctor.
Okay, let's hear them.
Okay, our first email is from Solomon from Miami.
Miami, Florida.
Yeah, I think that one.
Solomon. Yeah, that my friend. Solo, you know Solo hits. Yeah.
Why Solomon?
We used to hang out on the Times Square. Those days.
They
take pictures those days. Selfie. So what does he want?
My fellow Dr. Njakiri.
See, I told you he's my friend.
It's been a while I wrote.
I know.
Though I've been following the show, I really miss Tomato Juice.
Oh.
I heard she finally got married.
No, she got married a long time ago. Well, we think there is something cooking somewhere.
Quick question.
Quick question, yeah.
Do you think this is going to be the end of the show if Sore emerges as a president?
Who, Shore? As president? No, that's when the show will start now.
Have you?
We monitor him and follow him anytime. If he does anything nonsense, we're there with him. I mean, that's when the show will blow.
Yes.
Because we give them the history and the past and the present and project the future.
Yes.
I mean, you will depend on us if that happens. Just that would be like will be on top of the world.
Yes.
Next. What else does he want?
A second email.
Then he said something about tomato juice. What did he say?
He said he said the
he
tomato.
misses tomato.
Yeah, he misses her.
Let him continue to miss her. You know. I mean, we will have an announcement to make sometime.
When she gets married, will she come? We'll
see what happens. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The doctor. Our second email is from Omorige Jeffrey.
Oh, you know what, Jeff. Yeah. Uniben. Is it not Uniben?
Yes, it's Uniben.
Yeah, we have this hangout. Yeah, Uniben. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And later, it's like he moved to New York.
What does he want?
He's like, hi, Dr. Damages.
Yes.
I love your show.
You see, I told you it's my
I am Omorige Jeffrey from Nigeria.
Aha! From Nigeria. Okay.
I am presently in New York visiting. I said so.
He's in New York. Oh.
Was wondering if I could stop by before I leave in 2 months.
Why not? Can you tell him just where is Sasha? Sasha!
Yes!
Respond to this email. Tell him to come. Write us. We need security. Actually, we need to. Sometimes we find the presidential candidate hanging around. So we need to have security. Make sure it's not one of the Dino's people. You know what I mean? Dino. Can you imagine? We didn't even talk about Dino this week. Because we didn't
even sing that song.
This is a special edition of Dr. Damages.
Yes.
But I heard that Dino is now going to court in a stretcher. Just like Metu. Like a Metu. You know, he'll be composing songs where he is now.
I know.
He has nothing to do. By the time he comes out, he will drop albums one after the other.
Yes.
And then buy a Porsche for the girlfriend.
Like Tupac.
And buy a Porsche for the girlfriend. Like Tupac. He will be. I know that his brain is working where he is because nothing is wrong with him. He's just acting. Is that not? That's true. Now that's true. We know that.
How he broke the window of the
Anyway, that's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to Dr. Damages at
gmail.com
and follow us on Twitter at
Dr. Damages
and on Instagram at
Dr. Damages.
Now here's my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book I Met the President by Mr. Anonymous. I know. And it says your desire for success should always outweigh your fear of failure. Your desire for success. You know you're desiring to succeed tomato juice. You should outweigh your fear of failure. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose
you yourself.
So you promised that your uniform will be ready. What's going on?
Because don't you like this all black? I mean,
you've been black. You know, people are beginning to think you are in the secret cult.
Because
anyway.